Yes, it is Marvel Contest of Champions news time. It is a Friday. Hopefully you've got that Friday feeling as I'm sporting the Deadpool t-shirt. Though, will I be grinding out in the arena? Probably not, because it's batshit crazy with regards to that. And hey, I like my own space and personal time and time to do other stuff in my life rather than having to continuously grind out on a 3 to 4 star arena grind over a weekend. Happy days. But for those who did grind out, well done if you got him, and commiseration to those who didn't. I've seen so many posts of people who've been unfortunate with regards to the grind and just missing out, and we will touch on that in a story coming up today. But let's get into today's Marvel Contest of Champions news. As energetic and enthusiastic starts go, that's probably going to be one of the highest I've had. But in any case, we've got the first story up, and this is all about Alliance Wars rating. Obviously, when we start off Season 2, we had a lot of things going on with ratings going down, people that have been caught for account sharing, the piloting fiasco, which then resulted in a lot of alliances going down. Though I must point out there were a few alliances right at the top that didn't get their ratings kind of cut down, which I did find incredibly disappointing. And I don't know what the deal is with that. Obviously, you've got to appease the ones that are up there at the top because that's really important. But the main thing to really say about it is there has been some rating changes which have made players think, well, what the hell is going on? This was brought to light a couple of days ago, and it has got a response from Kabam on the subject. He said this is indeed an issue and this rating will not stay the same. So this likely will change to the correct kind of point in which it should be. So those either that are getting punished will get punished, and for those that maybe have being punished shouldn't be, then put back up. I think it's a case of punishing those that that have got that incorrect rating, or maybe for whatever reason the ratings just shifted by accident, so people have got like a better rating all of a sudden and it shouldn't do. Either way, Kabam on the case, and hopefully this gets rectified, because you know we don't want people so close to the end kind of being able to grind out more points theoretically with the jump in rating and other things like that. Kabam Lyra commented yesterday and said that the ratings are now back to a normal state of affairs, so we can start all our kind of conspiracy theories and stuff. And yeah, there has been some points in time that there was communication between different alliances about, you know, we're going to let you win this one, and that's hopefully water under the bridge and we've moved on from there. But at the same time, this post has been closed, so you can't have any say on this. So if you do want to say on the Alliance War situation with regards to the incorrect rating and how maybe it's disappointing that it happens, let's hope that it doesn't happen in the future, and just round off in the comment section. Next up, we see the addition of 12 new champions to the 6-star basic pool. For a lot of players, this would be incredibly decent, but for others are really looking at the fact that if these champions were ones, or some of them are ones that were in the featured 6-star previously, then what's the point of getting the 6-star featured if usable champions or champions that can be used in lots of different content, whether or not it's Alliance Wars for defense purposes, offensive purposes, or just general grinding out? Why do they go for the feature when they could be going for the basic? Either way, we see Bishop, Killmonger, Sentry Void, Hulk Ragnarok, Sentinel Hawkeye, Thor Ragnarok, Guillotine Morningstar, Hela, and Drax being added to the basic pool. Like I said, for a lot of players, this would be incredibly exciting. I think with regards to Drax, that people will feel disappointed in the fact he has been nerfed somewhat with regards to Mordo. And I say somewhat because in Kabam's eyes, no. In our eyes, yes. When it comes to these 6 stars that are being added into the basic pool, obviously opinions are going to be mixed. Like, is there any point to kind of grinding out for the featured side of things if they're going to be entered into the basic? Will players be really excited to see a champion that they shelled out 15k for enter into this basic pool? Your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Are you happy? Are you annoyed about this? You know, are you feeling that the extra 5k of 6-star shards is theoretically wasted? Like I said, thoughts in the comment section. Next up, and as you well know, we talked about the power bar glitch in game currently. Now, it's one of these things where I thought it would be more of an easier fix from Kabam's perspective, but obviously it is still there currently. Kabam Mike has commented on the section just to reaffirm when this indeed will be fixed, and it will be the next update. So we've got to wait another 20 odd days for this. So if it's pinging up, try the best you can to kind of understand the way that the power bar works. It can be a little bit disorientating, but just remember green, orange, or yellow-ish, and then red. So those colors you've got to look out for. Just try and ignore the gray. If you ignore the gray, everything will be happy and stay. That doesn't even rhyme, whatever. Next up, how to handle a cheater. This is something that a lot of players find a problem with, especially with this whole piloting punishment thing. It's frustrating to alliances. You want to be able to open an alliance, you want to be able to add people in, and you want to be able to be comfortable that they are doing the right thing, or there's not things with regards to account sharing going on, things like that that would affect other players in your alliance. A lot of players, as I said, are still finding this out, and alliance leaders have been told by Kabam that they have cheaters amongst them, and then trying to find out who they are may not be as straightforward as you might think. Kabam Rhymehaven responds to this and basically says that he does apologize, but there's nothing really they can do. He reaffirms the privacy policy in that Kabam can't out people who are responsible for these kind of like cheating, piloting and other stuff. And yes, okay, that punishes the Alliance Wars rating. And players may respond to that and go, well, they should have done a better job with regards to vetting them. And that's not always the case. You can ask as many questions as possible. You can get the right answers from people. But then as soon as somebody's in, they have the opportunity to mess up and then affect all the other players in that alliance. And it is incredibly unfortunate. And I do sympathize because I've been in the same situation as that. And you know, I just don't know what to kind of like say to this. I think that it would be a good idea in the future for Kabam to rebuff something that allows them to, and yeah, you can go, oh right, I see someone in my alliance hasn't been on for the last 2 days, therefore they have been given a ban, and that's obviously the point to take action. Yeah, but then that's still 2 days wasted, and theoretically you could have had, yeah, you've got one player in reserve, yes, there could be, you're doing map 5, but it's, you know, still very frustrating and does with a game that requires you so much grind time, ridiculous amounts, that in order to be competitive, of course. But it would be good to have a more kind of better way of outing these people, so then alliances and other alliance members aren't punished as a result of one person's actions. Next up, a day or a couple of days don't go by without the call for rank down tickets. Obviously, with this month's changes, a lot of players are really concerned about champions they invested time into, as well as resource. Other players may look at the argument and go, well, that's a load of hooey, you made a decision, like it or lump it, you're with it, so therefore stop whining about the subject. So that's the two different camps and the thought process for this. Now, my own thought process is one similar to this particular comment on the forum post about rank down tickets, in that if Kabam changed certain champions, then theoretically the rank down ticket should be specific for those champions. If you decided that based on certain things, and again Kabam will say exploits, they'll scream, oh, you've ranked up that champion because you're looking to exploit a system, oh, you're looking to rank up that champion because they're incredibly effective, and now we've changed them, they are less effective. So therefore, should that be represented against the different rank down tickets we should then theoretically get for certain champions? The same thing could be said for back in the day when we had the 12.0 escapade and we had Scarlet Witch changed, we had so many different other champions changed, Doctor Strange, we had Thor, you know, it's like the list goes on with regards to those changes back in the day. But the main thing is to say that should we get rank down tickets applicable to new champions that Kabam decide to change? I myself have a Dormammu, but if Mystic Dispersion and other things with regards to dexterity changes in the beta testing and other stuff like that alters that champion so dramatically, then should I have rank down tickets because he is my lead champion, and I then prefer to go, hey, well, I'll decide to then put my rogue up to rank 4, or this other champion up to rank 4, or the same thing and the same boat for other players in the game. This forum post is kind of like lengthy, but I do suggest kind of go and give it a read. If you've got any concerns about maybe champions that have been affected in recent updates, like for example Drax, where you maybe had him as a rank 4 as a 5-star, or maybe in some cases a 565. I don't know if anybody has that in particular, but either way, a lot of players will go, right, I want to be able to use a champion effectively if he or she has now been changed in such a way that I don't think that I'm getting the best out of my champion. Then does that deserve rank down tickets? And obviously, like I said, thoughts on this in the forum post or in the comment section below. Where do you stand on this? Next up, I want to quickly talk about the Deadpool Arena. As we know, it's getting incredibly out of hand with regards to cut-off points. And people and players' time is just so, like, the value of people's personal time seems to be completely out the window. As we're grinding out for a 4-star at 20 mil, 20.5 mil. Now, I did think that this could go a lot less, which again is disappointing for a midweek. However, could it be a case that 400 people, obviously 400 people now have the 4-star version, maybe 1 or 2 have decided to use an Awakening Gem and not done the second grind. I really hope that this arena in the next week goes down, and I will probably, because I'm busy with other stuff, I'll probably choose to swing to next week if I do a Healing Factor arena grind, and I'm probably only going to do it once. That's just earmarks 3 days that I'm never going to see again. And obviously commiserations to those that maybe were just a little outside the point cutoff. It's really sad and disappointing that happened. And our final story, and to end on a little bit of a laugh, I saw this post and I was like, what the heck is this all about? So we've got Ronald McDonald, Donald Duck, I assume, Muhammad Ali, Scott Bell, Richard Simmons, Oprah Winfrey, CeeLo Green. It's a recruiting drive. So, hey, this was like good to get people's attention, but it's like, it's funny. I saw this, I was like, this is just weird. Why are people like putting this? And I was expecting like a meme or something funny. No, it's a recruitment drive. So if you're looking for alliances, this is the new creative way to get people into your alliance. I don't know what next they could put on the top title. I don't know. Maybe we should go with Kabam Mike in flowery panties and see what happens there for recruitment. So if anybody wants to do that, yeah, blame me. I don't mind getting in trouble. So that's been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday the 15th of June 2018. Hopefully you're going to have a lovely weekend. I'm going to spend some time with family. I'm going to be live streaming. Hopefully about 2200 hours GMT, so that's 10 PM in the UK. So if you're about, then you are. Not sure what time it is internationally, but it should be late enough to obviously early enough for certain countries. So hopefully to see you then. Sunday I'm going to trim a hedge. Fun, hey. Yeah, I lead an exciting life, don't I? Either way, thanks very much for watching. Like, subscribe, make sure you hit notifications on so you see my videos when they ping up, because YouTube never send out my notifications for videos as well as live streams. Thanks, YouTube. Love ya. In any case, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.